What up? Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Hit y'all with another one. Hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. All of my videos. Also be sure to share this content too as well. Excuse me. Shouts out to the whole Lions Den basketball and boxing communities, and shouts out to all of my subs that's been rocking with me. My day ones, 10 toes down, and uh, all of my new subs. Technical difficulties. What's up with it, Ted? I see you in here, man. Yeah, let's jump right into it, man. As you know, Detroit Pistons, man, they have decided to part ways with Monty Williams, which I'm really generally I'm not surprised by this happening. Like Monty Williams should have got out of there when he could. I don't think that it was a place for Monty Williams, being that you know you're going from being in the finals to uh, coaching season. I would say guys that are in their primes and in their peak. When you speak of a book, when you speak of DeAndre Ayton, and then also past their primes when you talk about uh, CP3, and then when you talk about you know just starting to get into their primes, I'm talking about the Phoenix squad. When you speak of a guy like Mikal Bridges during that time, you're going from that making it to the finals to a franchise that had not been. They hadn't made a playoff appearance since 2018, and they hadn't won a playoff game since the '08 season. Okay, they got swept by the Bucks back in that 2018-19 season, and they actually had a pretty competitive squad. You know, they just couldn't go. That's when they had. That's when Blake Griffin was trying to take his game to the outside and all that. Um, yeah, '08. What's up with it, Reg Dog? I haven't seen you in a minute, brother. What's up with it, bro? Alex, I see you in here, brother. But um, then you go there, you got a lot of cleaning up to do. Like this team doesn't even have an identity. You got guys. Well, you know Sudoku Bay, he wasn't there, but then you had Cade Cunningham. Um, you got this young ass core. Cade Cunningham needs a consistent coach and somebody that's gonna be there to develop him. I don't want anything to happen to Cade Cunningham and run into a Mitch Richmond situation. Him to run into a even a Dame Lillard situation. Him running into uh, shoot. I'm trying to think of some guys who were extremely talented, but they weren't able never able to win a ring. Even McGrady to a certain extent. Bradley Beal. I don't want him to end up in that situation. Not that Kate Cunningham is way better than Bradley Beal. Okay, you need a coach that is going to be patient and going to be able to develop him, because A lot of people don't even know who Cade Cunningham is. I do. I watch him. You know, I try to watch some of these guys that they don't watch or whatever. But just getting back to Monty Williams, he needed to be somewhere like the Lakers. And I think that, you know, him going to the Lakers, okay, he's well established. He's been to the finals. He's been in playoff battles. You know, everybody forgets about the New Orleans, his tenure when he was in New Orleans, when he had CP3, when he had a prime David West, and when he had Tyson. That was a real competitive squad, man. And he was a good, you know, he was a great coach over there. You know what I'm saying? And plus Monty Williams, he knew CP3. You go over to the Lakers, right? I know everybody, they want Monty Williams in the Lakers. Now everybody waking up. You got Reg Dog coming up in here. You got Ted saying he likes it. Alex agrees with me. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you put JJ and you put Monty Williams, you're going to take Monty Williams, of course, because Monty Williams got the experience. JJ Redick ain't even coach no first graders. He ain't even coach no pre-K kids. You know what I'm saying? X's and O's don't mean nothing, but he's actually been through the grind. He's been through the turmoil. He's been through the trials. He's been through the tribulations. He's had to deal with NBA personalities. Plus, he played in the NBA, even though JJ, that's one thing that he can identify with Monty Williams. They both played in the NBA, but Monty Williams had been in the coaching circuits for quite some time and then eventually got his chance. He's been in big games. JJ Redick, you can't, all that X's and O's stuff that you're doing, that's not going to work all the time in no playoff game, especially if they studying your tendencies and knowing what you're doing and they know pretty much your playbook and everything. Let me read some of these comments. You said then Monty got into with Jaden Ivey and his dad. Yeah, you said JJ Redick on the Pistons would work. He could learn. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. You said Monty Williams turned on the Lakers before accepting the Suns job. Yeah, I hope the Fakers get JJ Redick. Now look, okay. Let me talk about that. Listen, man. That's why I didn't feel like it was gonna work in Detroit because you know. They expect Monty Williams to go in there and just make a whole bunch of magic happen to a franchise that got a lot of shit on their plate. You know what I'm saying? That's like me bringing Ted and bringing Reg Dog and bringing Alex, bringing my whole team. You know what I'm saying? My whole staff or whatever. And we're, you know, I'm trying to run the country, trying to run the United States, United Snakes of America and everything. And the previous president, they had a whole bunch of stuff that they left for me and stuff. It's like, you know, you walk into a room, it's not a clear desk, it's papers on the floor, papers here, stacks of papers. And that's of the stuff that needs to be taken care of, which is going to take a few years. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You asking a guy to come in there and automatically, okay, yeah, make them a playoff team and automatically make them a contender, that's not going to happen. And then on top of that, check this out too. You said I want Stackhouse as our next coach and Tayshaun Prince as the GM. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, Alex. Hold on. Wait a minute. You confusing me now. I thought you was a Golden State Warriors fan. But I also remember that you are, you know, in Michigan. So you got two teams. Everybody got two teams on here. You said if JJ end up coaching, I'm not watching. Reg, you gonna end up watching, man. Come on, man. You gotta stop, man. You still gonna watch it. See, that's what tripped me out about y'all. Y'all all say, yeah, man, if LeBron ain't gonna play, if LeBron play, I ain't watching. If JJ coaching, I ain't watching. But hey, What if they fuck around and win? Y'all niggas is gonna tune in. Listen, if them niggas make the playoffs and then them niggas is somewhat competitive, they get to the Western Conference semis and shit like that. Oh, nigga, you gonna watch. You gonna watch. Don't sit up there and cap, man. Y'all niggas is gonna watch. I don't even want to hear that shit. Y'all, you talking about? Oh yeah, man. If LeBron play, I ain't gonna watch. What if he end up winning? Hey, y'all ended up watching them when they damn near was almost about to beat Denver every single game. I know y'all was. And then there was some of y'all that was actually blaming Darvin Ham. Come on now, man. But I understand what you're saying. We got to see how it works. You never know. You listen. I'm not. I'm just gonna say this, right. I'm gonna sit back and watch it all play out. The only thing that you can do is let them play out. You know what I'm saying? We can sit up there and watch the circus unfold. Maybe JJ Redick got a gift that somebody might not have. You know what I'm saying? He might fuck around and be a Doc Rivers and come in there and do one and done. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I know what you're saying, Reggie Dog. I'm looking at it like, okay, you have no experience. You ain't been through no trials and tribulations in terms of the coach. You know what I'm saying? You've never been through the grind. You got to stay up hours. Football coaches and basketball coaches, they relatively got the same type of career. They're pretty much coaching for their career. They job, they asses is on the line. Pause. Pretty much be heightened due to the fact that they out in Tinseltown. If it was a well, listen, bro. I put to you like this, right? The only thing that you can do now, you got to look at the staff too. You got to look at who's on the staff too. But if Monty Williams, I know he turned down the deal and everything, going from the Lakers. He probably didn't want the madhouse or whatever. But maybe this might be a good thing. It might be a good thing for him. We also got to realize that he did have a relationship with James Jones. And James Jones is cool with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So, and Monty Williams has a profound respect for LeBron too as well. You know what I'm saying? I just know he probably don't want to deal with the headache. Man, look at Cypress came out of nowhere. Cypress came on Juneteenth, y'all. I was born by the river. Oh. Nigga be popping out everywhere. Salute to Cypress, man. You said Monty Williams to the Lakers. If you move LeBron first to give Monty Williams a fair shot, I mean, listen. Either way, it's not gonna be an overnight thing. Okay, it's not gonna be an overnight thing for what they're trying to do, because we got to understand that the West is about to be so damn competitive. I want to give a shout out to the brother Kareem. That's why I agree with what Kareem is saying. They ought to use that 17th pick. They need to use it wisely instead of going after Bronny. But I'm hearing other things. Now they're gonna put up smoke screens and stuff like that, of course. But I'm hearing that the Dallas Mavericks are interested in Bronny James. You know what I'm saying? And they might use that 17th pick. You got to use that 17th pick wisely. You might as well just go ahead and blow the whole thing up, because LeBron won a championship. AD, he playing for championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Mavs. That's the rumor. You know what I'm saying? That's a rumor that I've heard Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's all different teams that are interested in Bronny James. But for one, it's not gonna work out in Philly because Daryl Morey is not looking. Daryl Morey doesn't want that. He's looking for the Jimmy Butler type, the Paul George type, the Pascal Siakam type, which I'm gonna talk about Pascal Siakam. Cypress was hating on Pascal Siakam. You know what I'm saying? He was hating on him, but guess what? He ended up getting that damn contract. But it's all good though. I told y'all about Pascal Siakam, and I told you he outplayed pretty much everybody that was on the Indiana Pacers, with the exception of him and Miles Turner. They were doing their thing. Halliburton, you know what I'm saying? He could have played a lot better. But yes, you know, Daryl Morey is looking for that type of player. He's looking for a wing, do it all type of player to replace Tobias Harris. You having Bronny James, yeah, he's going to bring defense to the table and everything, but we still got to get some size. Man, that would have been a good move. But see, he's too serious, man. He's not with the. Listen, Pascal Siakam is a champion. I think people really, they really don't understand that. He has a Larry O'Brien. Okay? Like, people forget that this man has a Larry O'Brien. He got a ring, and he was an important piece on that Toronto team for the ring. Go back and go look at the film. Go look at the stats. Some of the stuff ain't gonna show the stuff that he was doing with the type of player that he is. It's not gonna show up on the stat sheet. But every team wants a Pascal Siakam. Every team wants an OG or Nunna boy. You know why? Them guys is durable. Them guys, they gonna run back and forth. They're gonna do what's necessary. Everybody wants a Drew Holiday. They want those type of teams. They want a Derek White. They want those type of players. Oh, y'all worried about LeBron. LeBron, he worried about his hair, nails, and makeup and all that other BS. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, his lineup and all that other stuff. You know, you got to worry about, you know, guys that got an ego and, you know, like goddamn Dame Lillard and stuff like that, or James Harden. He worried about rolling in the new Tesla truck with little baby. You know what I'm saying? Getting sucked off by strippers and stuff. Man, skip all that. Are you gonna get in the gym? Are you gonna bring championship? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need some of those guys. That's what they want, because they want the do it all type of guys. It's funny because I think the brother Turod was talking about how, you know, how Drew Holiday, he does everything. Drew Holiday is good. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget, before he left Milwaukee, he was damn near a 20-point scorer. They looked at Drew Holiday as if he was a slouch or something like that. Nah, that's it. You know, I keep trying to avoid this term, but you know, you need Swiss Army knives on your squad. Yeah, gym rats, you know what I'm saying? Guys that's gonna commit, guys that's gonna sacrifice their body. Everybody wondering why another boy was hurt and stuff. It's because he was sacrificing his body. Nigga was everywhere on the floor. Everywhere. Everywhere. Nigga in the post battling. Nigga running the floor. Nigga dribbling. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga can play team defense and can play one-on-one. He could disrupt the pick and roll. Nigga is gonna meet your ass at the rim. Oh, you think that nigga just gonna sit back after he block a shot? Nah, he running with you, Wilt Chamberlain style. Bam, He could finish too. I need that. That's what I want. Nah, you want these old Joel Embiid ass niggas. Oh, well, you know, man, I'm gonna just sit back and just chill. Then you crying and complaining late in the season. Oh, my head hurt. Oh, man, I'm hurt because of this. And can't never finish the goddamn season, man. You said Trae Young is available. Orlando is interested. But see, Trae Young, man, he's so turnover prone. Like, he's so, man, yeah, he could play. He's talented. Still got a lot of youth and everything, but he's a turnover machine. You want another Luka on your team? He's not gonna help Orlando. They good with Cole. He turnover prone. He's leading the league in turnovers right now as we speak. I think he is, between him and Luka. Yes, look, we have to trust the process, man. You know, you know. The only thing that I could really say is that you know we do our best. Uh, I know I'm hurt. I know I'm hurt, but Nick Nurse is a very very productive coach. Uh, if I play the Olympics, uh, maybe I get hurt. Maybe I don't. But I have my teammates. Come on, man. Dog, sit your ass down. Then on top of that, you ain't even playing for your goddamn country. That's what makes matters worse, you know what I'm saying? Play for your goddamn country. What's up, man, with it? The brother Cottage. I see you in here, man. Make sure y'all go sub to Cottage, man. Uploading content all the time, man. Hope you're doing well, Cottage. Um, but think about it, man, like, I just, you want guys that are durable on your squad. And Pascal Siakam is one of those guys. That's why for those of y'all that don't know Pascal, he signed 4 year, 189 mil, and he deserved it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely deserved it. I mean, if you go look at how he played in the playoff, yeah, they didn't win, but Indiana had a decent year. I give it to Indiana. They had a decent year. Yeah, man, come on now. Don't want no traitors. But I mean, do y'all feel like Pascal Siakam deserved a contract? I feel like he did, and he had to play. He had to take the position of being the leader. You know what I'm saying? Because of especially what happened to Halliburton. Halliburton, man, he disappointed me towards the end of the playoffs, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Especially in that Boston series, man. I was disappointed in Halliburton, but he's gonna learn from it. It's a learning process. He he said Pascal used to play in Toronto with the Raptors. Yep, he did. Yeah, Halliburton is still my guy, man. It's just something that he's gonna have to correct. He's still at the end of the day, he's still a tremendous playmaker. Um, he could get, he could be a little better on defense. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Pascal brought to the table because I think that's one of the things that a lot of people were criticizing Indiana about was their defense and everything. So I think that they'll work on that. You know, going in the off season, they could score, they could get up and down the floor and everything, but you have to be able to stop people in the playoff. Okay, yeah, Cottage man, hope you're doing good, man. Cottage in New York. Yeah, he's streaky, man, but he's got to be able to be. And look, I'm not even worried about Pascal. I mean, Halliburton could be if he really wanted to and put his mind to it, he could be like the Jason Kidd type. You know what I'm saying? You don't you don't really need to even score that much. You know what I'm saying? If you got a lot of guys that you could distribute the ball and everything like that. It's like if you make it fine. If you don't, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You are a natural point guard. You know what I'm saying? You are a natural point guard. You know what I'm saying? So uh, Pascal Siakam, man, the way that he's able to do so many things, his versatility, um, plus he's coachable. He don't care about the limelight or none of that other stuff. The dude just want to play ball. I did hear about some stuff, in terms of the Instagram models and all that other stuff, but you said Malcolm Brogdon, uh, the Lakers of the '60s. Man, Malcolm Brogdon, man. I listen, bro. Like I don't know why, dog. Malcolm Brogdon, man. He didn't work out with Boston, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Malcolm Brogdon, man. Now that's a natural point guard. I still remember, man, when he came up and yoked on LeBron. No, you said, yeah, he does. I mean, listen, he's gonna find a job. If he don't get a head coaching position, oh, they're gonna pick him up on the staff, man. That's a basketball mind right there. Yeah, man, I know, and that was, and I hated that, man. I hated that Malcolm Brogdon had left, man. I I would have loved to have him with the Sixers, man. I would love to have Malcolm Brogdon with the, you know, you're getting a shooter, you're getting a guy. He'll ice it at the line. He could penetrate. He could play make. Yes, definitely so. Yeah, man. But this is another thing too. Um, is the East gonna get? Is the East gonna beef up? Because we know that Philly gonna come. We already know our squad. We gonna come. We gonna come a little bit stronger next season or whatever. Um, New York, they still got something to prove. They want to prove it. You said Monty was losing in Detroit. No, no, the front office was losing in Detroit. It wasn't Monty. Monty was doing his best. You got to understand this, Cottage. Like that, I think that they're one of the youngest teams, if not the youngest team in the league, if I'm not mistaken. If somebody could look that up for me, but Detroit is one of the youngest teams. Yeah, but they you know they hired somebody else. You know they're trying to clean that up right now, whatever that means or whatever. But um, you got to picture yourself going like you walking into that situation is like you going from teaching like high school or college students to going to pre-K, and you got a whole bunch of kids that ain't never been in school before. They acting rowdy and everything like that. You trying to get them together. What's up with it, Angelo? I see you in the building, bro. Hope you're doing good. You're going from that. You're going from going to the finals to coaching guys that ain't never been successful on an NBA stage. They ain't been on. They not even used to playing on TV. And you asking this guy to turn it around. You asking this guy to clean up a mess that was left by the previous by the management. Really? Nah. I don't. I'm not gonna. I'm mad at. And listen, man, I would have got out of there when I could, though. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have resigned on their ass. I'd be like, look, you know what? I'm not. The current were babies the last time. Yeah, last time they were good. At least somewhat competitive. And that was like I said, that was back in '08, and then before that, they had the championship in '04. You know, before everybody had got a little older and went their own way. Either Monty Williams did replace Dwayne Casey, which I thought was really stupid. They done did Dwayne Casey kind of wrong in those instances or whatever. But because he made the playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? He made the playoffs with Blake Griffin, with Andre Drummond. I think they had Jose Calderon on there. Yeah, man, I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I decided to go ahead and go live. We talking about a whole bunch of different things. We looking out for a whole lot of things in the off season. Like I said, man, the work ain't done, man. Everybody's like, oh man, NBA season over. Nah, not for me. Because then right after that, nigga, we gonna go ahead and we gonna jump into the Olympics. Well, first we gonna keep an eye out for the draft. Got to keep an eye out for the draft, man. That's right around the corner, man. It's getting down to the get down. It's gonna be a lot of surprises. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shockers. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when we go ahead. We get up in the summer league. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Olympics coming up. Then you got, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep going on and on. Man, he always gonna be slept on. Monty Williams be good on ESPN. He don't buck dance. Nah, he don't buck dance. He don't buck dance. He don't bend, break, or fold for none of these people that's trying to throw us up under the bus. Pascal underrated to you? Mm, a little bit, yeah. I think he doesn't get the. Like I said, people tend to forget about the Raptors championship. The only thing they do is talk about Kawhi. Nah, If you're gonna talk about that Raptors championship, man, you got to talk about Fred Van Fleet. You got to talk about Pascal Siakam because they was a big part of that squad and the coaching brilliance of Nick Nurse. I know everybody like, oh man, if Clay, if Clay ain't hurt or KD ain't hurt, they don't win and all this other stuff. But people ain't looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? You still got to go out there and execute. What if they would have? What if they would have fumbled the bag? Then we'd be having a different argument. I don't like to take lazy ass arguments. Oh yeah, well this guy didn't get hurt and all this other stuff. You never know what could have happened. Hell, yep. Back in 2019. But Zach Edey is slept on. He gonna continue to be slept on. He shouldn't be slept on. Him and DJ Burns, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be slept on at all. Those are really talented players coming out of the draft. The reason why they slept on no Ted is because a lot of people feel like this draft is not. A lot of people feel like this is a weak draft. They feel like the draft after this one is going to be better, where they're going to have Cooper Cup coming out and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. I'm anxious to see how Bryce James is going to look next year. Um, going in to the very next season in his high school career. Yeah, I said Cooper Cup. Yeah, Cooper Flag. My bad. Man, I'm thinking about football. I did say Cooper Cup. My bad, y'all. Yeah, Cooper Flag. I just wanted to see where my two Tar Heels get drafted, Baycott and Harrison Ingram. Well, Baycott, he didn't really play that good as we wanted him to. I was raved about him, but he did. I think that injury had got to him a little bit because we got to realize he did get hurt. Uh, but he is an NBA player. Yes, he is an NBA player. I think he's going to end up turning loose. He reminds me a lot of to a lesser extent. I don't want people to take it and run with it. To a lesser extent, he reminds me of Anthony Davis because that's the type of agility this guy has. He can rebound, he can block shots. He's a good rim protector. You know what I'm saying? But can he shine in the big moments? That's the thing. Yeah, man, Baycott, man, you need a guy like that. I would love to have him on the Sixers too. Any these four bigs I would like on the Sixers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's probably not going to happen. But I will want it because we need somebody to we need somebody that's durable. I like Paul Reed, but we need somebody that can also score too as well. When you got a guy like Dante at Oregon, man, who's athletic, run up and down the floor. You know what I'm saying? When you got a Baycott who could run up and down the floor. When you got a DJ Burns, you know what I'm saying? He could still get up and down the floor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not as fast or whatever, but he done lost 45 pounds. You got a guy that could get it in the post. He could get it in the mid range, and on top of that, he a supremely gifted passer of the ball too. And then, of course, you can't say enough about Zach Edey. I don't care how people feel about Zach Edey. You will take him. You will take him if man, he will instantly make your team better. You stupid if you think, oh man, Zach Edey, man, he ain't gonna do nothing in the league. Yeah, right. Man, Zach Edey is a terror, bro. You out your mind. You would drive Gilbert Arenas to say, oh man, he nice. He nice, man. Yeah, he nice. Oh yes, man. Right. I think. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas too. I think Gilbert Arenas' son is the best finisher at the rim. In the young, in this young guy that's fitting to come up. Go look at the way he finishes at the rack. You say you hope we get Edie. Oh man, I already told you about that Cypress man. If San Antonio fuck around and get Edie, man, Wemby and Edie, like that's a avatar goddamn cheat code. You got a 7'4" nigga that'll cross your ass up and can pull up, and you got a 7'4" motherfucker that could rim protect. Both of their ass can rim protect. Both of their ass can run the floor. Both of their ass. Well, Wemby got more of a jumper. He should shoot the three. Um, Edie got moves around the rim or everything like that. You know what I'm saying? They could both rebound. They could both read the pick and roll. I think that's what I'd be looking at. Wemby got to get just a little better at playing with his back to the basket. Zach Edey is already good at playing with his back to the basket. Dog, that would be a terror. That's a modern day Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon. It could be a modern day David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Could be. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were 14 and 68. But like I said, you got to look how young they are, man. You gotta look how young. You gotta look how young they are, man. Like youth does play a factor, man. When you're coaching some of these guys, you gotta realize Monty Williams is going from and look at it from I'm making an interpretation. You got to look at it from a standpoint of him going from coaching coaching guys that are competing for championships to guys that barely know the NBA game. They ain't never been in the playoffs yet. Yeah, exactly. There you go. 22, 22 years old. That's you ain't even reached your prime. Like you ain't even near. You nowhere near your NBA prime yet. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start getting 25, 26, sometimes 24, depending on who you are. It's just like what's his name, Anthony Edwards. He arrived. He's starting to get in his prime. Yeah, you saw the potential. You saw, him banging on people. You saw the athleticism and everything like that, but he needed to polish some things up. Now, guess what? He was able to do more with his game or whatever. Got a little further. Damn near made the finals almost. You know what I'm saying? So every year, just work on something and get better or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? You got like at least a good 3, 4 years before you start really understanding the league game. You said Anthony Edwards still young. He's still young, but his understanding is getting better. You know what I'm saying? And he already a leader, man. You're already a leader, man. Yeah, man, y'all could talk. Hey, everybody could talk all the shit they want to about Anthony Edwards, man. But if Anthony Edwards was to go to another team, all of y'all would pick him up. Even the people that's sitting up there talking about, oh, he ain't Jordan, he ain't Kobe, all this other stuff. I'll take that motherfucker. Shit, give me a nigga that can play. I don't give a damn how he be clowning and being on Funny Marco and all that other stuff on the court. Shit, I'm taking that nigga all day. I'm taking that motherfucker all day. All day. That's just like these stupid people that, oh man, I'm not gonna take Klay Thompson. Yeah, you will. Yes, you will. I'll take Klay Thompson. Shoot, leave Klay open. That nigga gonna hit that shit. Now he might have shot a little, less than what he did, in his prime and stuff like that. But you'd be silly to think that Klay Thompson is not gonna be good for a bucket. Yeah, Giannis up in there punching the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. God damn it, them Drew Holiday, fuck man, fuck. Why did they let him go? Why did they let him go? Yeah, man. He up in there punching the air, man. with Nia Long watching and shit. But you know, uh, it's silly to think that a lot of these people they sit up there and they have all this stuff to say about Klay Thompson and guys like Anthony Edwards and stuff like that. But as soon as they become free, they're trying to get them. That's just like with Paul George. I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? But if Paul George came to the Sixers, I welcome him. Folks would folks would want Cat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, because he's still a big guy. Like people forget the dude is 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want him out there hoisting up jumpers and stuff like that. Dog, if Cat man played somewhat like he did, man, when he was at Kentucky, bro. Like I'm telling you, Minnesota would have had it. And if Rudy Gobert, man, see, if I'm Rudy Gobert, I'm flying out to H Town and I'm gonna have Hakeem Olajuwon work on my defense first. I would have these are the people that because you gotta have more than I would have KG. I would set up a camp with the following bigs for because it's been done before. KG sets up these camps for big men. I hope people know that, and he'll have several different people. He'll have people there, helping him. Like he had a camp, and he had DeAndre Ayton, he had Joel Embiid, and he had Thon Maker up in there. I don't know if y'all remember Thon Maker, um, but it was a lot of guys, from Africa or whatever. But if I'm if I'm Rudy Gobert, I'm gonna have Ben Wallace there. I'm gonna have Hakeem Olajuwon there. I'm gonna have KG there, and you're not you're not touching the basketball for a few weeks, and you're gonna do laterals, every type of lateral drill that you could think of. I'm talking about the lateral type of lateral drills where you run, you gotta backpedal, you backpedal fast, you go to the half court, you go inline, then you you run forward, then you backpedal again, you go all the way to the length of the court, then you come all the way back, and they're gonna throw you the ball, and you either gonna go in for a layup or you're gonna depending on what drill you're on. If you're gonna do 5 sets of jumpers, then you got to stop at the mid elbow. But of course, in his case, he's probably not going to shoot or whatever. So 9 times out of 10, you just do 10. Him going all the way from that baseline, going all the way back. See, that's the type of stuff that he would need to do. But at first, you just gonna leave the ball alone. That's all you need to do is just do laterals, 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 moving, doing lateral drills around the free throw key with the medicine ball. You need to be quicker. If you're talking about guarding the perimeter, you can't be out on the island by yourself and be talking about you defensive player of the year, and he's pretty much torching your ass on the island by yourself. I don't really think he needs a 3 pointer. See, a 3 pointer is not really gonna. It's not. He doesn't need. He needs. If they're gonna give him the ball, because where he's catching the ball for his size, he should be able to be making those. You know what I'm saying? Even Dikembe Mutombo, for as you know average as he was on offense, you know what I'm saying? At least if you give Dikembe Mutombo, he didn't have no moves or nothing like that, but he wasn't gonna fuck up every play. But yeah, I'm gonna be around all those guys. You know what I'm saying? Call in Charles Oakley. You know, and just get guys in there that's just predicated on defense. Because that's what you got to get. You got to get tougher on defense. There's a way that you could fix things. You went from in the season not being exposed to being exposed again. You did somewhat decent in the season, but then when you got to the playoffs, it was like you reverted back to your old habits again. Yeah, he had somewhat of a offensive game. It wasn't like no Tim Duncan, you know, in the post or KG in the post or nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was known for his defense or whatever. Fundamentals, the big fundamentals. Now, this is my last thing I'm gonna talk about, man. I'm gonna talk about this because I know a lot of these Tatum fans, man. They been in their feelings and all that. Listen, yeah, that was real sad. Yeah, they had to. Yeah, I think he put his thumbs up. Letting everybody know he was good. I remember when that happened. Dikembe Mutombo. No, 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 Ted. No, no. Um, Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum handled him not receiving the uh the Finals MVP. He handled it very well. As a matter of fact, he said pretty much that it was both of their trophies. And when I talk, I'm talking about him and Jaylen Brown. He said that they both deserved the trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, Jaylen Brown said that about Jayson Tatum. Look, man, you having a Finals MVP or whatever, that's fine. But the most important thing is you getting a collective trophy. And the collective trophy is the Larry O'Brien. That's the whole goal. You know, like Jerry West was able to get a Finals MVP and he lost. You think he cared about a Finals MVP? No, he wanted a ring. Yeah, for 4 years minimum changes. Yeah, Jayson Tatum showed growth and maturity in this finals, whether you like it or not. Okay, was he shooting the ball well? Hell no, hell no. But where he showed his growth and maturity, okay, and this is what these fans got to understand. He showed his growth and maturity by doing other things other than just sitting there shot jacking and getting down on himself, which is what he used to do earlier in his career. He's showing growth and maturity now. It's like, okay, that's not going, I could playmate. That's not going, I could rebound. That's not going, I could do other things. And then that can open up your offense. Michael, like I said, Michael Jordan used to do the same thing. But y'all are mad and y'all are salty because y'all feel that Jayson Tatum is the best player on the team. That's not necessarily true, and a lot of people don't feel that way. I don't feel if you take away Brown, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Because last time I checked, Brown was shooting 58%. There was games where he was shooting above 50. That's the last time I checked. Last time I checked, it was Brown that was playing the defense. Last time I checked, it was Brown that was clutched down when needed to be at times during the playoffs, especially. He was clutched down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop it with all this. Oh yeah, he deserved the Finals MVP and stuff like that. No, he didn't. He didn't care. It didn't matter. Them guys have pretty much have grown together. And on top of that, you got to realize who was in the Boston uniform first. Yes, he passed the ball well. Some people might feel that he was just trying to fill up a stat sheet and all this other stuff. Nah, I didn't really feel that way. I felt like Tatum, he honestly really was out there, facilitating. He was doing whatever necessary to benefit, because had he been shot jacking, had he been getting down on himself, if things wasn't going his way, up in there, jumping up and down like LeBron and all that when things don't go his way and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Blowing his breath and all that other stuff, then I would have had a problem with it. And on top of that, you get 6 turnovers. Then on top of that, you a minus this or minus that or something on a plus or minus. Nah. I'm here, like I said, I'm defending Tatum. Okay? I'm defending Tatum. Tatum showed growth in this series, and it's only going to make him better, because now he understands, okay, I don't need to put up 30, 40, 50 points or none of that other stuff. I could kill you in other ways. Kobe shot horrible. It was the role players that came through in a couple of those finals. Okay, there was some times when Kobe, his shot, especially in that last game, that last game when they played against Boston or whatever, at the I think it was that second three-peat. Yeah, Missoula showed growth too. He got criticized, about him relying on the 3-point and stuff like that. Man, hey, they was able to go ahead and do other things, and on top of that, they stepped it up on defense, which they really didn't need to, because I think people forget that they were number 2 on defense or whatever. Boston has always had a good defense. They've always been, for the last, I would say, several years, of last couple of years, man. They've always been, top 2 or 3, between top 1 to 5 defense, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you welcome, Cottage, man. It's just a thing, man. Like, we got to stop just because the guy don't get the Finals MVP or whatever. Like I said, I'm always go back to this. Isaiah Thomas, he ain't getting no Finals MVP one year. You know what I'm saying? Magic Johnson, he ain't getting no Finals MVP one year. Kareem ain't got, didn't get, a whole lot of Finals MVP or all the Finals MVPs like that. You know what I'm saying? Finals MVP is more, who was more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Steph Curry. Steph Curry ain't get it. Hell, shit. People always, they talk about. I felt like in a couple of those finals, you could have gave. I would say like. Nah, I don't know about Clay. I don't know about Clay, but I try to think about if Clay deserved a Finals MVP, but I had to go back and go look at that. But for the most part, man, a Finals MVP is that's just added hardware. You know what I'm saying? But the main goal that you need. Hold on one second, y'all. The main goal is to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? That's the main goal. A Finals MVP is just added hardware. And yes, he should have. People already know that. I've said it like 1,000 times and about that, and that's another good example. And everybody even said that. Even George Carl admitted that.